Hey there, it's Dean Odell with 7 Gables Real Estate in the Odell Group. It is November 19th and it's time for another Tustin Talks. We'll be skimming over the Orange County market today and then looking a lot closer at our Tustin area markets. So let's get started with the charts. Okay, so for this time of year, we can see that it's starting to get normal. When I say normal, I mean inventory is starting to go down, looking at the green line. We are going into the season here. We have 3,843 homes, which is still very, very low, even for this time of year, if you compare it with previous years in the graph here. Moving on to Orange County demand, we see exactly the opposite. Sales over the last 30 days are at almost 2,800 homes, and you can see how that is actually much higher than previous years. Sorry to interrupt this program, but you know what? Let's make sure you're subscribed to Tustin Talks. Click on the button below next to our name, and if that doesn't work for any reason, you can just go to TustinTalks.com or our websites, the Odell Group and NorthTustin.com, and subscribe there. So let's continue. Going to closed sales now. Look at the green line here. Closed sales are also much higher than normal when you compare it to previous years, up almost 1,000 homes over the average that we see here. So amazingly strong market when you see that kind of demand and that kind of closings. So let's talk more about that. But first, let's look at this last chart, the expected marketing time, and this is going up just a little bit. I mean, it went from 39 days to 41 days. Still a very fast moving market. And normally we would see the expected marketing days start to go up a little bit here going into the holidays. Okay, before we move to the Tustin charts, the one thing I wanted to point out is that you can see that even though we have such low amount of inventory, we have so much high demand. And even though we're going into the fourth quarter of the year, this time of the year, when you start taking demand down at around the same rate as the listings that are going down, you still have a quick moving market, and you're going to see that here in the Tustin areas as well. So let's go to the Tustin charts now. Okay, so when we look at the data this October versus last October, all of which you will find only here on Tustin Talks, we look at our 3 zip codes here in the area, and you can see what's for sale is down in every area compared to last year. Not as bad as it was during the summertime because, you know, people got a little bit more comfortable with selling their homes with COVID and put their houses on the market. Our inventory now is only down roughly 18 to 28%, depending on which zip code you're looking at. You can see the numbers there. I think what was really amazing, though, was the next line, which is new listings. And look at how many people waited to list their homes this year because of COVID. Look at 92705, 53 listings versus 33 listings, up 60.6%. Pretty amazing. You can compare that with the other 2 zip codes. Then you go down to the next line, looking at solds and closings. My goodness, look at the solds and closings there. Again, North Tustin up 71%, 48 closings versus 28 last year at this time. Pendings, 41 currently in escrow versus 28 last year in North Tustin, and you can see the other zip codes as well. 92782 also had a lot of pendings, which is great. Looking at the months of inventory, the next line, you can see, I mean, look at the speed of the market. Only 1.5 months of inventory in the 92705 zip code, less than a month in 92780, and only a month in 92782. You can see that that is down from last year, which means this is a quick moving market. Another thing that jumped off the chart on me was looking at 92782. Look at the average active price. It's down this year. A lot of people in the higher end have not put their houses on the market. So, and if you look at the average sold price in the 92782, you can see that it's up quite a bit from the previous year. So pretty interesting in that 92782 what's going on. I think that's mostly due to what's going on over there in the Tustin Legacy. Those homes are starting to resell now. Going down to list prices versus sales price, you can see what a tight market we have here. 99% in 92705, 101 in 92780, and 99% in 92782. So that just goes to show you how tight these houses are selling. I mean, in 92780, they're going for over asking price. You know, you look at average days on the market, you can see that's pretty quick as well. The last thing I want to say about this chart is I don't want some of you guys getting too excited and thinking everything's selling for full price and this and that. Let's take North Tustin, for example, the 92705 zip code. If you look at that area, there's been 53 new listings. There were 41 pendings, which means there's 12 homes that didn't sell in this month. That 12 homes were added to the existing inventory, which now stands at 70 homes. If you look at those columns, you can see all those numbers. So the inventory is actually slowly building, but 12 homes is not a whole lot of homes. It's only like maybe a week's worth of sales, right? So it's not a lot of homes, but it's something to keep an eye on, you know, over time. I don't think that we're going to have a problem absorbing this inventory based on the demand out there. I just think that pricing is still critical, and the people that are pricing right, they're getting multiple offers, and this is why you see these super tight sales prices to list prices, okay? Just wanted to point that out. Okay, so critique on me. I'm looking tired and stressed today. What do you think about that? Am I looking tired and stressed today? I can assure you I'm not stressed today. It's been a great year, and I'm looking forward to the holidays, but I am tired. I was up at about 4 a.m. this morning, so I apologize to all you guys watching Tustin Talks right now. I'll try to be a little bit more alert for the rest of this video. So let's just talk about where this market is headed. We're going into the holidays. We got Christmas and obviously Thanksgiving coming up next week. So yes, things are slowing down, but as I said before, there's still buyers and sellers are evenly matched. So the speed of the market is going to feel very similar throughout the end of the year. Additionally, I think at the beginning of the year, we have so much pent-up demand, and hopefully some of you sellers will have some clarity on where you guys want to go and move to. You know, we also got to talk a little bit about Prop 19. I'll do that in a different video, but you might want to check that out. That's going to play a role into next year's market as well. All in all, it's just a great market. It's good for sellers and it's good for buyers to get these historically low rates. One thing I keep hearing is, oh yes, it's got to turn, it's got to crash, and of course at some point it does, but you know what? We're not close yet. You have to look at supply and demand. That's what tells that story. You have to look at lending practices. This is not a housing crisis like it was the last cycle. Every expert out there is calling for appreciation in the market next year. And so what you guys got to really think about is it's a great time to move out. It's a great time to move up also. And the people that want to move up, you definitely want to focus on those interest rates. Same with you guys that want to buy your first houses. The thing is the average person lives in their house for 20 years in Orange County. Nobody is going to be talking about whether they paid $5,000 or $10,000 less for their house next year or 20 years from now. All they're going to be bragging about is the interest rate they got on their loan, because these interest rates are not going to last forever. And if you watch the 10-year bond, which is what indicates where interest rates are going, you will notice that that bond has been moving in the upward direction. We were down at 0.5% when COVID started. We are now at 0.9%, and we've got some margin there that can still absorb to keep rates down. But at some point, we're going to have stimulus coming up next year and everything else. We're probably going to see rates creep. Almost everybody that talks about where interest rates are going, all the experts believe that we will be up next year by the end of the year. So you're going to probably lose some purchasing power there. So take advantage of this market right now. Let's get your house sold. Sellers, let's get your house listed, especially if you're ready to move out and move up. With Prop 19, it's going to really help. And if you have any questions, give us a call and I can explain it to you in detail. So thanks for tuning in to Tustin Talks today, and we'll see you next time. Have a great Turkey Day. Bye-bye. The Odell Group's been around for nearly 40 years. We are ranked number 9 in transactions closed, and we can give you the right advice to help you make good decisions. So please click on our subscribe button here and start watching the videos, and let us know if there's anything we do to help you.